Happy Sunday. Good morning. Just wanted to come on this for a bit. Very short message regarding the viciousness of the human tongue. And I want to add to the viciousness of the human tongue and the human fingers. Now that technology has brought us forward and we are able to use our cell phones, our laptops, or whatever to leave messages. It's some of the worst things. I know that the Bible and the Quran speaks of the human tongue and the dangers of the human tongue, and the words that are spoken out are like power of life and death. And I have witnessed that. Of course, it has happened to me. Uh, and you know, I think as time go by and as many people that are suffering in the world, so many people are trying to reach out, and they, in some weird rhyme or reason within their minds, they reach out and they slaughter other people with their tongues, with their finger messages. And when I say that, I've heard it being I heard that, it's called keyboard warriors or keyboard, these people that hide behind their keyboards, in other words, on their phone, on their laptops, on their tablets. And they feel that because they're behind that, they are most powerful because nobody will recognize who they are. I've seen a lot of that as I, surf through maybe YouTube. I don't see so much of it, well, somewhat on Instagram, but I see a lot of it on Facebook and YouTube. And I was reminded that, and I did some research, what God says about these things. And of course, it's not going to just be from the Bible perspective, but it's also from the Quran's perspective. And I can do more research according to, other spiritual beliefs and things. But pretty much the messages are the same. Your tongue holds life or death. And if you choose death, and you want to spit as much as you can to try to hurt somebody, to try to get back at them because you're hurting, that is the maybe the worst thing that you could possibly do. Uh, Forgiveness is always on the table, no matter if it's human to human or you're asking God for forgiveness of your ways, your thoughts, or your beliefs, or whatever it is, and you actually change that action. You actually get, so what can I say, credit, or God forgives that. But you don't keep doing it and not learn the lesson from what you've done, you know. And I can understand through the height of all of the emotion and you feeling raw, you feeling like you really just need to be heard. I'm gonna type this out here because that person, he or she has struck me the wrong way. They hurt my feelings. They didn't listen to what I had to say. And instead of getting a lesson out of all of it, and instead of reaching out to hurt that person's feelings, be with yourself. Find out what it is that you're not content with. Find out why it is that you must reach out. And if that person has continuously caused you harm and things like that, it is better to leave that person alone if you feel that that person is no good for you in your life. But if you're having a moment of hurt, or you're having a moment that you tend to drag out and your mind is telling you, oh, don't go to that person or whatever else, listen to what you have to listen to what it is. Because I couldn't imagine keep having to take abuse or some type of verbal abuse from someone that is hurting you. But if you differ, if the issue is you agree to disagree, or you disagree to agree, or whatever it may be, you have to find the lesson. You can do what you want to do, but I'm just saying, just as a life lesson, you don't always have to be angry towards a person that offers advice, or maybe give you some type of consideration separate from where you would normally think of, or it taps into your fears, or it taps into your insecurity. And no one person is always right, but at the same time, there's courtesy to be extended to the person that you feel has hurt you. Find out what that is, what you're struggling with, what it is that about those person's words that hurt you. Now, for the person that intends on and they're intentional with their vicious words, with their vicious finger types, or when I say finger types, I'm talking about the keyboard warriors. That's what it is. Keyboard warriors that just find something negative, want to hang on to somebody else's stuff and want to apply what their hurt is onto someone else. I say ask for forgiveness for yourself. Find out where that anger is stirred up and it comes from. Maybe it's because of previous hurt. Most likely it's because somebody else has hurt you, or you're just a person that is looking at this other person's situation and is extremely jealous over it, or you are in a situation that's worse off and you feel like nobody is listening to you, and you're reaching out to hurt another person because of the hurt that you're feeling. And that tongue, you know, a lot of times I find when I read people's stuff, I can't believe that people would actually send that and press send after they type it, and then have, after they've typed it, a moment of which I shouldn't have did that, you know. And so that's where the apologies come in. That's where the forgiveness come in. If that person is open, because some people have their pride so high or so much about themselves, they miss out on the blessings. They miss out on certain things. And and I say that certain thing could be the lesson that would actually change your life to move forward with other relationships in the future, possibly. That's my thinking of it, right? So I'm saying the viciousness of a tongue, the human tongue, is the power of life and death, and I believe that's in Proverbs, but also the surah in, in the Quran that I posted in my description. Please read it. You know, you have control over your emotions, you have control over your tongue, you have control on whether or not you want to press the send button when you type on your phone and someone has offended you, or you feel like you've been offended in some type of way, or if you just want to offend another person. I found a lot of people on my journey that really thrive in mess. They like gossip. They like hate. They like disliking another person because for some reason it makes them feel like a god or a goddess. I mean, it's I see it all over the social media stuff. I mean, I was watching a video the other day and it was so positive of this man who was filming his wife work out and everything, and she's beautiful. And then all of a sudden, someone came on out of something that was so positive, and I believe he was talking about his mom who was has been placed in hospice, but he was also filming his wife, and somebody out of nowhere just came and said she's ugly. And you can clearly see that she's not ugly. And I know beauty is in in the eyes of the beholder, but at the same time, it was vicious. You could tell it was. And his wife responded, "Oh, don't erase the comment. Let it be there. Let that person be still on there. I guess because the father wanted to block that person." And the wife said, "No, let him continue to come." You know, and I thought that was a beautiful thing because although she's working on herself, I can just imagine the person that typed that. What is it that you have to work on yourself? So the viciousness of not only the tongue, but what the tongue wants to speak is now translated through the fingers of the keyboard warrior on these social media sites that hide behind a screen. Or even if you know the person and you know that person is hurting because of their circumstances in life, but you're the closest person that they can reach out because you were once the closest person to them, possibly. But it's all in the heart of a forgiving man and a woman to continue to move forward, pray for that individual, and say, you know what, God, as I think something negative, forgive me for my thoughts and do not allow me to put that energy out into the world. You'll be blessed by that. You'll be blessed beyond when you don't go through with the actions of your thoughts, your immediate thoughts or your immediate get back to try to hurt somebody else. And with that being said, please be kinder, be more loving, be more understanding in life. And I promise you, those things will get you a little bit further than you were before. It's all about you the human, you the person. If you're hurting, if you're dealing with depression and stress and anxiety, forgive what it is that whatever you need to forgive, and move forward. Find it within yourself, because you can't undo the actions or whatever someone has done to you. Move forward. And if that means putting a person out of your life, that means putting a person out of your life. With that being said, peace and blessings on this Sunday. I pray that you have a wonderful upcoming week. Find the love, find the forgiving, find the forgiveness in your heart. Move forward. Continue to push forward. So for you, you can have a more bountiful and beautiful life. Okay. With that said, I appreciate you for listening to me through Love and Hope Can LLC. I appreciate you. And if you like what you heard, always give a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. And hey, share it if you like. I appreciate you. Have a good day and a good week. Peace and blessings. Bye.